Brian's parents tell Hava that Brian shows no interest in crawling. He can roll side to side, but he doesn't move forward. Hava watches him moving and notices that he only extends his arms sideways. She decides to encourage him to extend his arms forward.
That's it. Great. Okay.
She puts a drum in front of him. Attracted by the sound, he is curious to try it himself. But to reach the drum, he needs to move his arm and his body forward. When Brian doesn't reach spontaneously on his own, Hava gives him a hint. In order to move his arm, he uses muscles in his back. He will use this same pattern to shift himself forward. But in order to do so, Brian also needs to mobilize his lower body and to learn to push with his foot. Hava can't make him push, but what she can do is set up favorable conditions and give him time to respond. Hava bends his leg and presses his foot against the floor. She holds his foot and waits for him to push. Notice how long she holds his foot in this position. An important self-organizing process is taking place in Brian's brain. It takes time for him to feel how to direct a force against his foot through his spine to his head. Brian discovers that he can push with his foot and slide himself toward the drum. Hava has Brian repeat this movement using the other leg. Already it's much more familiar. Then he learns to use the diagonal, pressing from one foot toward the opposite arm. He learns to coordinate the pushing through his feet, the shifting his body forward, and the extending of his arm. In a short time, Brian has experienced several functions relating to a common theme of reaching and crawling. The movements are now part of his repertoire. They feel good to him, enable him to reach a toy that interests him, and open up new directions for him to explore. His natural curiosity will continue to motivate him.